Hello everyone, Regent84 here and welcome to Spire 2. Now, on my Sunday slots, I'm just going to do different things. People seem to enjoy stuff like that. I think I'll be back to Blueprints Bingo in 1 or 2 weeks. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. Please let me know if there are specific things that you would like to see me do. I've actually promised to get back to drop pockets at some point, so maybe I'll do some of that. We'll see. Definitely going to get back to Blueprints Bingo at some point, but you know what? I mean, I have over 1,000 hours in Spire 1, and I've been playing Spire 2 a lot, especially this week, so you know what? Let's just look at this. So, I'm going to assume that most people know this game a little bit at least, right? Maybe there's some people in my audience who know this game very well. I'm going to play random, by the way, but you can see that I'm only on Ascension 5 with the Ironclad. On the other ones, I'm on Ascension 6. If you would like me to do another run at some point where I explain more, please let me know. I'm not going to explain the basics, but I'm going to explain a lot of things. I like going random, but I'm going to go on Ascension 5 here because otherwise we won't be able to play the Ironclad. So, well, let's do that. At some point I'm going to move up to Ascension 6 for all of the characters, but not today. Alright, we're gonna play a Regent. That's the most challenging of... well, I mean, he has the most out there mechanics. So, alright. What do we have here? We're on Niao. We can look at the map. We're going to face Waterfall Giant at the end. You can see here as well, Waterfall Giant. At the end of the act, you will fight Waterfall Giant. And we need to think about our path. We need to think about what we're going to do at our Niao Blessing. This is the Underdogs act. That means lots of water creatures and stuff like that. What do we do here? Obtain a random rare card. I don't want that. Remove a card from my deck. I'm just gonna go with the Silver Crucible. That means that the first chest we open is going to be empty, but we are going to see a lot of things here. Alright, 2 Toad Poles. Let's just try to nuke this one down. Alright, we are getting attacked for 5, we block for 5. Yeah, and as you... I'm just going to assume that most people know what we're doing here. Otherwise, I mean, I don't want to make this into a 2-hour long video, so I'm just going to going to play through this. Whenever I have an interesting choice, I'm going to talk about it. He attacks for 9, but he also has thorns too, so whenever I attack him, I will hit myself, and I don't really want that. I'm also not sure if this format is going to work for how I make my videos, but we will see. We have 3 stars. Let's just attack for 1, for 6. Alright, and then we do another falling star and we just burst him down. Alright, fish oil, gain 1 strength and 1 dexterity. Maybe I'm just going too fast. I have no idea. Alright, let's see. Let's look at the card rewards though. I'm not entirely sure what audience I'm making this for. I'm mostly making this for myself. Alright, Shining Strike. Deal 11 damage, gain 2 stars, that's pretty good. And put this card on top of your draw pile, which can be good, can be bad. This is a good damage card, and we're going to need good damage for the Waterfall Giant, but also good block, so we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, by the way, we took the Silver Crucible, which upgrades the first 3 card rewards. This is why this is Shining Strike Plus, and this is Refined Blade Plus, Hidden Cache Plus. Yeah, I should at least talk about those things. So the first 3 card rewards will be upgraded. I'm just gonna go with the Shining Strike Plus. That's damage, and we need damage. This path gives us the most options, so we're just going to go with this one. Here are 2 slugs. Cute. They're going to attack us for 14. We cannot do anything about that, but we're gonna make one vulnerable, so that's 8 damage plus 18. That's going to be enough to delete one of them, right? Because when we apply vulnerable, this one does 9 damage, so that's 18 plus 8. That's 26. That's awkward. So alright, we're just going to have to delete this one. This one is going to fall asleep. Right, it has Ravenous. When an enemy dies, Corpse Slug immediately eats it, becoming stunned and gaining 4 strength. So he now has plus 4 strength, which is a little bit scary. We can't kill him this turn, so let's just full block. We're gonna get 4 damage. We're eating some damage here. And Shining Strike is going to get put on top of our deck every turn. Oh no, oh no. Apparently I resized the window a little bit, sorry. Alright. Wow. I just clicked. That's fine. Interesting. So we have Spoils of Battle. Forge, I don't really want that. There's things you can do with that. And Spoils of Battle draws 2 cards for 1 energy, and that's actually pretty good. So we could actually go for this one. Sovereign Blade can be very powerful as well. Devastate, deal 40 damage, but it costs 4 energy. This might be exactly what we need here, so I'm gonna think about this. And there's Kingly Kick, plus of course, deal 35 damage, costs 4, and you only have 3 energy every turn. So, and when you draw this card, reduce its cost by 1. Oh, that's funny. So if you cycle through your deck a lot, then this card can be good. I don't think I've ever picked that card up. Maybe this is the time. It should be good in longer fights, but it's probably not a good card. But I want to... I mean, it depends on your deck, right? We have a pretty small deck right now, and if we keep our deck small, then maybe we can make this work. I want to try this. So it might be wrong, but I'm just gonna pick it up. Alright. We have 118 gold, which is not great for the shop. Is there another shop coming? No guaranteed shop. So we do have potions. So we could also just go in here and then get these events. And at this point we could think about either a campfire, an elite, or a question mark. I think I like this path more. Let's just go for that. I just want the option to at least get buy a relic at the shop if I need to, right? Right, we're going to have to play 2 strikes anyway. We can't kill him this turn, so we might as well play our defend. We're gonna eat 3 damage. We could use a potion. I mean, we could have used this one. Wouldn't have been lethal, so... And this colorless potion. There's a chance for us to get a potion from this fight, but I think we should just go ahead and do this. Oh, of course, I didn't think of that. So whenever you draw the card, you reduce its cost by 1. So we drew it for the first time, and it costs 4, but now it costs 3 because we've reduced its costs. Of course. So it's already playable. I didn't think about that at all. Oh, this is interesting. So royalties, that's pretty cool. You get 40 gold at end of combat, but the card doesn't do anything during the combat. So that's kind of difficult card, right? If your deck is already good, then you can use it. But it could also be a problem. There's Crush Under, which is AoE. That's great. Deal 8 damage to all enemies, and all enemies lose 2 strength. Oh, it's upgraded. I think I need to pick the Crush Under. Even though royalties, that could be very important, but I just think, right, our deck just isn't good enough yet. There's Glitter Stream, which gains 13 block, which is a lot. Next turn gains 7 block. But it costs 2, and yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like we have a lot of options there. I'm gonna go with Crush Under because, right, AoE is very important, and having enemies lose 2 strengths can also be very good. Doors of Light and Dark. A doorway existed where none existed moments before. You enter to find 2 shimmering doorways and a well-dressed doorman. Finally, a visitor. Please, please, choose a door. Any door. Are we still in Spire? How is this place so clean? Alright, we have the light door. That's the left one, obviously. Upgrade to random cards. And with dark door, we get to remove one card from our deck. Now, that's interesting. Because upgrading a card doesn't do that much, right? We have these 3 cards. All of our cards are starter cards. And all of the cards that are not starter cards are already upgraded. So upgrading doesn't do all that much. I think removing a strike is actually very good right now. So I'm gonna go with the dark door, remove a strike. Right, we've picked like 3 attacks at this point. Removing strikes is going to be very good. Waterlogged Scriptorium. Right. Navigating the murky passages, you stumble upon a withered figure working a small shop. The multitude of shelves are stuffed full of damp scrolls and parchment. Noticing a patron has entered, the scribe shopkeeper snaps to attention and gestures at some implements arranged on a desk. Alright, so we can gain 6 max HP, which is fine. We can pay 55 gold and enchant a card with steady. A steady card gains retain. Now, the worst cards to enchant with that would... Oh, this is actually not great. So, Kingly Kick, we could do that, but we want to discard it when we don't play it, so that we draw it again, and then it's cheaper, so we don't really want that. Shining Strike, I mean, if we play it, it's going to go back on our draw pile anyway, so yeah, I don't think we want to put retain on anything. I'm just gonna go with the Bloody Ink. I think there's a bunch of cards that are great to put retain on, and honestly, the AoE card Crush Under Plus could honestly be a good card to do that with. But that's not what we're doing here. Can we fight an elite? So can we beat Terror Eel? We have 55 HP. That should be enough, right? We have a lot of damage. Should be fine. We don't have any block really, and Terror Eel does attack for a lot. We might need to use at least 1 potion, probably both. Alright, assuming that we use both potions, we should be able to just beat the Terror Eel. I didn't know that our opponent was going to be Terror Eel, but I thought there was a decent chance for that to happen. Rolling Boulder. We are 100% going for the Rolling Boulder. With this potion, I'm almost 100% sure that the card we get is costing 0 as well. So Rolling Boulder, at the start of your turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies, increase this card's damage by 5. So every turn it deals 5 damage more than the previous turn. It scales and it should help us win this fight. The Gambit, I mean, gain 50 block for 1 turn, and if you take unblocked attack damage this turn, this combat die. This would 100% lose us the run. And prep time is fine. You basically get 4 additional damage on your first attack, but that's not great. Let's just go with the Rolling Boulder. Alright, we're doing this, and then... Oh, we can actually full block, which is great, and we can play all of our cards. Alright, so our first turn is great. Rolling Boulder, boom, that's 5 damage. It's not that much. Alright, he's doing a multi-attack, 3x3, so we use our Crush Under. Now he only does 3 damage. We're actually doing very well for now. Alright, this thing is going back on top of our deck. Rolling Boulder, boink. And yeah, let's use the Shining Strike again. Oh, and when... Alright, Terror Eel has Shriek. The first time Terror Eel's HP reaches 70 or below, it becomes stunned. And then it goes into phase 2, so we'll see what happens there, but we're actually making very good time here. Boom, 15 damage. Then we use the Falling Star, Kingly Kick, and we easily win. Wow. That kind of makes me question if it was correct to actually use both of the potions, but well. Lunar Pastry. At the end of your turn, gain a star. Oh, that's interesting. Alright. Alright, Solar Strike gives us stars, but we don't really need a random attack common that gives us stars. We have all the stars we need for now, Bundle of Joy, add 3 random colorless cards into your hand exhausted. Could be very good sometimes. I'm actually okay with this card. And there's Quasar, which costs 0 energy and 2 stars. Choose one of 3 random colorless cards to add into your hand. So I'm gonna go with Bundle of Joy. It can be great, it can do a little bit less. Alright, we healed at our campfire. Now we are almost on full HP again, which is good for us. Fight or question mark? I think question marks just have such high EV on this version of the game. Alright, Bone Tea. For 50 gold, I was going to narrate, right? You stumble into a dimly lit shack and find yourself immersed in a very peaceful space containing an obsessive variety of tea. The man inside gestures to a selection of teas, each neatly labeled with a premium price. We can have the Bone Tea, which costs 50 gold. At the start of the next combat, we upgrade our starting hand, which is fine. Right, we don't really care that much about upgrades here, but it could be okay. For 150 gold, which is basically all of our gold, at the start of the next 5 combats, gain 2 strengths. That could be good. I mean, that would probably allow us to beat at least one elite. And if we bath, we could probably do that against Waterfall Giant as well. Using that to beat the boss is probably going to be good. Yeah, let's do that. Also, Tea of Discourtesy. So if we say that we are not going to buy any tea from him, he poisons us basically. At the start of the next combat, shuffle 2 Dazed into your drop pile, which are dead draws, but they remove themselves as well. I think I'm gonna go with the Amber Tea. It's a little bit expensive, but it's fine. Alright. The Tea Master acknowledges your request and begins. 1. Water from a charcoal-filled carafe is ladled into a kettle. 2. The kettle is heated using a gentle violet flame. 3. A scoop of tea goes into the kettle before it boils. And 4. After heat, a series of rhythmic claps track the time. And finally, 5. The kettle is hoisted high and precisely poured into a tiny cup. Tea is served. Alright. This chest is going to be empty because we have this Silver Crucible, which upgraded our first 3 card rewards, but it also emptied the first treasure chest we see. So it's empty. We knew that, that's fine. I think I want to go into the campfire first, upgrade another card, and then go into the elite. So a lot of upgrades, when you upgrade them, when they have like apply weak or vulnerable, upgrade those numbers, but Falling Star doesn't. So that's something to think about. There's also one ancient that gives you an upgrade to Falling Star. And I don't know if you upgrade this, is the other thing also instantly upgrade? I don't know. Upgrading Venerate gives us more stars, but I think I'm just gonna go with Bundle of Joy to get 4 random colorless cards in the set of 3. We could upgrade our block cards, and maybe that's something that we need to do at some point, but, well, this is what we're doing right now. Alright, I'm gonna go and use our Liquid Bronze now, because these have multi-attacks, and they're kind of scary, so I want these to kill themselves if they can. We do have 2 additional strengths, so we should be able to kill opponents at some point, but yeah, let's use this. And it's not good against the Waterfall Giant anyway. I don't think he multi-attacks it at all. Alright. How much damage can we do? Important about the Phantasmal Gardeners. There's 4 of them, and when you hit them the first time each turn, they gain 6 block. So they basically have 6 more HP. They basically have 6 shields. So let's see what we could do here. So we would deal 10 damage, and then if we hit the same thing, that gives plus 50% damage. So that's 19, that's 29, and this would deal plus 12, 30, 29 plus 8. 38? So that's enough to kill this one. Let's do that. Boom. Alright, we block, not for enough to not take any damage, but that's fine. Alright, I think that was fine. Yeah, we have our Kingly Strike again. A Shining Strike, but we also have Kingly Kick. We could just delete one of them, but then we can't block. But honestly, I think I'm okay with just taking some damage in order to delete one of them. Yeah, I think that's the best thing we can do. We are going to lose this one in the shuffle, but our deck is tiny enough, it's fine. We're getting 7 damage, and that's also kind of fine. Alright, we're doing Crush Under. This one is going to lose 2 strength, this one as well, so we are completely fine here. We would get 5 damage, but let's see what happens. This one would deal 12 damage to a random enemy. Prowess. Oh, none of these help us really. Maybe I should have done that first. It's fine. So we don't block this turn. It's kind of awkward. 13 damage. I mean, this one has basically 14 HP. Awkward. So I don't know. There's really not much we can do here, right? Fine. Oh. Another 5 damage. Well, at least he kills himself. And we have won this fight. And it looked easy. And that is partly because we used our potion, right? I think if we hadn't used our potion, we would have a lower life total now. Unsettling Lamp. Each combat, the first time you play a card that debuffs an enemy, double its effect. Sure. Oh, that's pretty good. So that will make this into a 2 weak, 2 vulnerable at the very least. Or this one. Lose 2 strengths. Then we make them lose 4 strength instead. That's pretty good. We don't have that much energy, so I don't know about using Glitter Stream, but we need block cards. Yeah, we need this card. Alright, let's grab Glitter Stream. We need ways to get more energy, but, well, this is what we have. This enemy is so funny. Gremlin Merc. So, this is just the best, right? They're wobbling a little bit. 4 arms, holding the helmet. I think this is just priceless. Next turn, game block equal to your current block. Alright, that's fine. Mayhem. Sure, yeah, let's use our secret weapon. Use Crush Under a Falling Star. We can full block. Sure, let's just use Crush Under. Full block, then use Prolong. We haven't used Mayhem this turn, but we'll draw it again. Alright. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, right. Each combat the first time. Right. This one, the Unsettling Lamp only works once each combat. I'm going to play all of my block cards, even though we don't need to. We're losing some gold, but that's only temporary. How are we doing this? Yeah, I mean, right, we need to do it this way. Then, right, I'm going to do this Glitter Stream thing. Oh, we have so many stars. We need ways to actually spend our stars. Yeah, the only way we can, right, the fat gremlin is going to get away with our gold. So we need to kill him. The only way to do that is to use our Kingly Kick. That's fine. So we could deal 9 more damage. Oh, we retained 5 block because we did this last turn. That was good. We made good decisions. Alright, and here we go. Alright, we get our gold back. Droplet of Precognition. Choose a card in your drop pile and add it to your hand. That's very powerful. Better, I really like better. So, oh, I'm gonna grab Cloak of Stars though. But alright, gain 8 block and you also gain 2 vigor, which means that your next attack deals 2 more damage, right? Equal to the vigor number. But Cloak of Stars doesn't cost any energy. And we have a lot of star generation, mostly due to our lunar pastry, which gains us a star at the end of every turn. So we have enough stars. Alright, let's do this. I'm really going to miss the extra strength from the Ember Tea when we inevitably lose it. What is this thing? Living Fog. This enemy intends to attack for 8 damage, and this enemy intends to apply afflictions on my cards. That's interesting. Alright, let's just see if we can beat him. Smoggy, you can only play 1 skill per turn. Oh, that's interesting. That's fine. Let's just... yeah, so we use the Unsettling Lamp now. He has 2 weak and 2 vulnerable instead of 1 weak and 1 vulnerable, so that's pretty good. And now... let's use the Bundle of Joy first. Alright, we've already used 1 skill, so we can't use other skills. Gold Axe, deal damage equal to the number of cards played. This card is pretty powerful. Oh, hey. He summoned a gas bomb. This creature is trying to take you down with it. It will attack you for 8 damage before being destroyed. This is also the mechanic that the Waterfall Giant, the boss, has. So, right, let's start with Crush Under. We need to block for 4, but we can't. I'm just gonna attack for the most that we can. Whenever you shuffle your drop, I'll choose a card from it to... nah. Boom. He's on 9 HP. He's going to hit us for 4. That's fine. Finally, our Kingly Kick. Alright. We still have 60 HP. Radiant Tincture. Gain 1 energy. Gain additional energy at the start of your next 3 turns. That's pretty good. Sometimes. Oh, this is the card that I was hoping for, right? Choose 2 cards in your drop pile to transform into minion dive bombs. So you basically get to remove cards that you haven't drawn yet, and you get 0 cost attacks for them that remove themselves, right? Exhaust means remove from the deck. So this does cost a draw at the moment where you first draw it, but it also, right? Enemies can sometimes put problematic cards in your deck, so there's a lot of upsides to this. Alright, we have the Punch Constructs against us. He has 1 artifact which negates 1 debuff, but we're just going to put Vulnerable on him anyway and then delete him on the first turn, because we got to deal extra damage. This is interesting. Stardust. I don't think we need Stardust, right? It costs 0 energy and X stars, and we've been generating a lot of stars, which is interesting. And he deals 5 damage to a random enemy X times. On my previous, actually yesterday I did a Regent run where I used Stardust to a lot of good effect. I had a lot of star generation, and this was basically the only card in my deck that used stars. Yeah, honestly, we can use this. The question is, do we need it, right? We already have some really good attacks, but it's probably good, right? Right? It's either that or skip. We can always skip. Alright, let's use Stardust. Should be good against the Waterfall Giant too, so... right, we just want to finish him quickly. We're taking a lot of time for our acts. Well, we'll see. This might still be a very long video. I mean, when you talk through your decisions, videos often take longer. I think we should be able to survive the Waterfall Giant. I'm just going to upgrade my Stardust to make it better and kill the Waterfall Giant quicker than we otherwise would. Alright, I'm going to start off with this Bundle of Joy. Alright, Ultimate Strike deals damage, Equilibrium, Game Block, Retain Your Hand. Oh yeah, I remember that card from Spire 1. Impatience, if you have no attacks in your hand, draw 2 cards. Alright, we're going to start off with this. Are we... Yeah, we'll see. I don't think we need to do anything with that right now. Alright, then we use Ultimate Strike. I don't think we need to use the Purity here. Although maybe we can. I don't know. Yeah, let's actually do that. We do this, and then we deal a little bit of damage. And let's hope that this is good enough. Alright. Might as well use the Crush Under. There's a little bit more damage. Now we're kind of incentivized to use Venerate, but I don't know. You know what? We're up against the boss. Let's use our potions. Right, now that we have the Stardust, we really want to make stars as well. So, alright, we're full blocking this turn. We're getting extra energy on the next few turns. And you can see there, right, he's buffing himself. And there's Steam Eruption. When killed, it deals 18 damage at the start of your next turn. And every time he buffs himself, this number becomes higher. So that's something to keep in mind. Alright, I'm actually going to start off with just removing 2 strikes, basically. Turning them into dive bombs. We are going to block. Yeah, we don't need to use Cloak of Stars here. We're already full blocking, so I don't think there's any need to use the Droplet of Precognition, although maybe we need to use it at the end there. We'll see. Yeah, let's just do the most damage that we can, right? Boom. Alright. This was our plan. We are dealing a lot of damage. We already have 10 stars, which is great. Yeah, this Shining Strike is also helping us a lot. Sure. And there's no reason not to use the Cloak of Stars. We're taking 3 damage, but that's the first damage we've taken this entire combat. We're actually doing very well. No reason not to use the Stardust, probably. How much is this? So that's 14 times 9. 14 times 10 would be 140. Yeah, we're easily killing with this. Let's just do that. Wow. Alright, charge. We are going to delete 2 cards. Oh, that doesn't actually do what I want to do. Well, it is what it is. Alright, let's use Equilibrium, retain our hand, so that this one doesn't get put on top of our deck. I don't know, this is what we're doing. We can't actually use Droplets of Precognition, which is fine. Alright, he is going to put 27 damage on us, and we can just block that. I mean, not all of it, but enough to survive, and we're going to get most of our HP back. 47 HP left, that's pretty good. Is this the point where we use royalties? I don't think so. Alright, maybe. Honestly, we're not using all of our energy a lot of turns. I think that's fine. Alright, there's Dying Star, Ethereal, deal 9 damage to all enemies lose 9 strength this turn. That's also very powerful. Ethereal means that if we don't play it, then we lose it. So let's use it or lose it, and it costing 3 stars means that if you draw it early, then it's gone. So I don't know if that's even good. We don't have enough star generation at this point. Maybe we get enough star generation. Deal 5 damage, forge 5 for the additional 5 for every other time you've hit the enemy this turn. That's not what we want here. I don't think. I think Dying Star is very powerful. If we hadn't picked up the Stardust, I would snap it up. I just don't think we want it right now. I'm gonna go with the royalties. I don't think I've played it even once. Alright, we have Tetsugatara. Alright, welcome back, Regal Boy. Looks like you're doing great out there. Thank you. Yes, of course, just like some minor setbacks at the upper levels, like dying. We all need to learn from our mistakes. Alright, nutritious soup. I feel like this one is always there. Enchant all strikes in your deck with Tetsugarde. Ember, I actually like this one a lot of the time, but I mean, we're already removing our strikes with the charge, and yeah, I don't think we want that here. Remove 4 cards from your deck whenever you shuffle your draw pile. Add a suit to your draw pile. I don't think we want that as well. And there's Pumpkin Candle, which we do want. Gain an energy at the start of each turn. Extinguish it after 5 combats. Can be kindled at rest sites. I like this one. Yeah, I like this one. We get an extra energy, and the cost is that sometimes we lose the use of a campfire if we want to keep it. I'm going to go with this path. Our boss is the Insatiable, which is fun. What do we do here? I don't think we can beat him this turn. Maybe we can. You know what? I mean, we don't have any block cards anyway. The only thing we can do is just play our attacks. Choose a card in your drop pile and add it to your hand. That doesn't do anything because it keeps the cost. So, well, we actually almost killed him, but now we're taking 13 damage, which isn't great, but it's the only thing we can do. So, alright, let's grab our Bundle of Joy. I think we're using Shockwave. Sure. Right now he has 6 weak and 6 vulnerable on him. Use Charge, I guess. We could use Prowess, but I think we can just kill him next turn. You know what? I'm just gonna kill him next turn. Alright, let's see what happens. I need to do a lot of damage, but I mean, we can do that, right? Easily. Alright. I have no idea if people are enjoying this. If people want me to go faster or slower or whatever. I don't want the second crush under. I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and play this game. Hidden Cache, that's like very, very powerful with the Stardust, and I think we just need to do that, even though it doesn't attack or block. Yeah, I think that's just what we need to do. Alright, proceed. Well, we only have fights, so that's what we do. Thieving Hopper, that's a cool card. Bundle of Joy this. There's Panic Button. Wait. If you have no attacks in your hand, draw 2 cards. And I don't see any attacks. Oh, Volley is an attack, of course. So this deals 30 damage, which is fine, I guess. It's just not great. Plating, I don't know. I'm just gonna block here. Right, that's a full block, it's fine. We don't need to use the Panic Button this turn, and let's deal a little bit of damage. Now we could use the Impatience, but there's no use because we don't have any energy left. Right. So after 4 turns, he tries to escape the combat, which is something we need to prevent, of course. So let's just... right, the next turn he's going to be flying, because he's, of course, a flying insect. Alright, and it gets 50% less attack damage right now, But if we deal 5 damage to him 5 times, then we kill him. Then he gets stunned. So let's see what happens. I really want to use the royalties, but I don't know if we can do that. I mean, there's really not an option to not do it, probably. Do we use Droplet of Precognition in order to block this turn? Because yeah, that's probably good. Right, it saves us 15. Oh, I did. Wait, what? From our draw pile. Right, it does so from our draw pile. That's really awkward. Whoops. I should probably have seen that coming. Whoops. Mistakes have been made. I mean, important, we're not going to draw the card, we're going to put it in our hand. So Kingly Kick does literally nothing. So I think we just need to just pick this defend. And, well, just accept that we're eating 10 damage and that we've lost our potion in order to prevent just 5 damage. But, I mean, we are winning, so it's fine. In two turns he's going to try and get away, but we have already won this round. And we're gonna get more gold. Right, at the end of this combat we gained 30 gold. Oh yeah, I didn't actually look at what card he stole. He stole the Stardust, which is one of the reasons that things didn't work out the way that we were hoping. This is Star Generation, but not the one that we want. No, none of these help us. We don't want just more damage. Oh no, Oviculture is awkward. The best card against Oviculture would be Crush Under, and we're not getting that this turn. Well, it is what it is. Let's just remove some strikes. Get some of this. Use our Crush Under. Huh. That is kind of a waste for the Unsettling Lamp, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I think we're just using the Bundle of Joy first, seeing what happens here. No reason not to play the Panache. That's... If we play 5 more cards, we deal 10 damage to all enemies. Is that a thing? This turn? Maybe, I don't know. 3 weak and vulnerable to all enemies. Could be okay. We're not blocking at all this turn. That's a problem for our deck currently. We really need more ways to block. Mind Blast. These are also going to be annoying if they hatch. So, alright. We're doing this. And we have 6. Alright, this was kind of what I was hoping for. And now Discovery might help us block. This one makes our opponent deal 25% less damage, which is... We still take 12 that way. I'm just gonna go for the Discovery and hope for something great. I'm invincible. That's pretty good. We block for 10 and then we deal some damage. Well, we'll still take 6 damage, but I think we've basically done our worst here. I'm going to block and just deal as much damage as I can. Alright, he's going to summon next turn again. He's made us vulnerable, which is not great, but it is what it is. And we just gear up for next turn. Just make stars, make block for next turn. And now we are in the second cycle of our deck. Oh, well. So we can use the Stardust, but we can also just delete this enemy. We got our plus 30 gold, which is great. Gather Light. This is one of the best cards we were hoping for, right? It's block. Also, Particle Wall could be great, right? but we kind of want to save our stars if we can. I think, although... Alright, this one gains 12 block, but it also returns to your hand, so you can play it as many times as you like, which is powerful, but also, I don't know. Is that really how we want to use our stars? Maybe. It's a block solution that helps us. And it doesn't cost any energy, which could be good with the Insatiable, because the Insatiable... I don't know. No, I'm just gonna go with Gather Lights for now. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know. The Obscura also, it summons something that is going to keep on coming back. So that's something to keep in mind. Not the best turn one, but... well, it is what it is. Bundle of Joy. Jackpot. Deal 25 damage at 3 random 0-cost cards to your hand. That actually solves this turn. You know what? Let's do that. Alright. Make it so. Decisions. Draw 3 cards, choose a skill in your hand and play it 3 times, exhaust. That's also kind of interesting. Oh, that's... so this costs 6 stars, but it's going to gain us 9 stars. So that's actually good. Whenever you play a card this turn, gain 1 strength this turn. Well, maybe I should have done things in a different order. It's fine. Because now we're going to play Hidden Cash without 3 times. And this deals 10 damage. We also have Stardust now. Alright, sure, let's just do this. Cool. I think that was a good turn. And this turn we are going to gain some stuff. Alright, we're going to play Crush Under whatever we do, so... and then... well, that's kind of awkward, because we can deal 12 damage with attacks, so we cannot kill this one this turn. This would deal 18 damage to him. So we're going to have to eat some damage. That's not great, but it's all we have. That's a shame. Yeah, these strikes and defense are not great cards. So if we do this, and then we do this, then we win the fight on the spot. Star Potion, gain stars, that's fine. So we want to block more. Gather Light. We are only on 28 HP right now. So, alright. My plan right now is to go into the shop to survive this fight. Which is not a guarantee, but we're probably going to survive that fight and then heal at the campfire. Now our biggest problem then is going to be that we need to relight the pumpkin candle if we want to keep our energy. So then we would have to go through here. That's fine, right? Then if we still want to get an elite, then we can get this one. But we can't face this elite without more energy, I think. Alright, let's go into the shop. Dolly's Mirror. Upon pickup, obtain an additional copy of a card in your deck. That's pretty powerful, although... is there something that we really want out of that? Doesn't feel like it, no. Alchemize is great. Procure a random potion and exhaust. There's a lot of cards here that we are not all that interested in. I don't think we need Dolly's Mirror. Pendulum is very powerful. Every 3 turns draw an additional card. Alright, we're just gonna do this, and then we have to either use Finesse, which costs 0. That's pretty good. Game for block and draw a card. There are enemies and bosses which punish you from playing a lot of cards, so it's not always good, but I really like it. Or we could just remove a card. Alright, removing a strike is actually pretty good right now. But I want to pick Finesse. The thing is, we've had a lot of turns where we are just not doing all that much. So, I don't know. I'm just gonna grab Finesse because I like Finesse, but I don't know what the correct option is there. Alright, we're facing the 3 bugs, which is kind of scary. Alright, let's start off with the finesse, then rush under. Alright, the front one, I didn't call this out yet. It has an ability called Imbalanced. If his attacks become fully blocked, it becomes stunned. So if we manage to fully block him, which, yeah, that's what we do. So we full block this turn, which means that we can play our royalties, and we are going to just try to delete 2 strikes from our deck. Alright, so he's going to be stunned next turn, and then we only, well, I mean, we still have to kill him. And these are also going to keep on getting better throughout this combat, so it's not like we have a free roll. Play 3 random attacks from your discard pile. 1, 2, we don't even have 3 attacks in our discard pile. Alright. Put every rare card from your drop pile into your hand. That's just not what we need. Gold Axe, none of those do anything right now. Alright, let's do this. The only rarity that we have in our discard pile, in our drop pile is Alchemize, and I don't think we're in a hurry for that. So we're just going to... This one is also going to get scary pretty quickly, but... Yeah, I'm still torn a little bit on how to approach this fight, but I think today I'm going to do this, and then this, and then this. Oh, I should have done it in a different order, but that's fine. The Gold Axe just wants you to play it as the last card, of course. Well, there's Stardust. I think I'm just gonna play the Stardust. Although, we could use the Kingly Kick first. You know what? I think that's better. Just do this, then do this. Right. Because otherwise, the damage might be more evenly distributed, and we could be in a situation where we can't actually kill all of them. So I think that was the right thing to do. Lunar Blast, deal 4 damage for each skill. No, none of those do anything right at this point. No, let's just skip. Alright, we really need to heal. We also really want to kindle, but we're doing that here. Let's heal first. We're on 52 HP, which also not enough. Festive Popper. At the start of each combat, deal 9 damage to all enemies. That's okay, I guess. Stone of All Time. Alright, a massive boulder sits in the middle of an abandoned courtyard. A plaque reads, Stone of All Time. Its presence, shape and adornment indicate that this courtyard was built around this stone and it has never moved from this spot. So we can either drink a potion and try to lift it for 10 max HP, which is pretty good. That's something that we could kind of use right now. Or we could push the boulder, lose 6 HP and enchant an attack with Vigorous 8. And which means that the first time we play that attack it deals 8 additional damage. I don't think we need that. Yeah, I think... losing our star potion in order to gain 10 max HP is very powerful right now. So we're going to do that. And I really think we need to kindle. Right, 62 HP is fine. And we can heal at this campfire as well. We shouldn't die to the Insatiable with our deck probably. So I think we're fine. Slippery Bridge. While crossing a rickety wooden bridge, there's a sudden torrent of rain. Massive gusts of wind buffet you, threatening to end your journey. We can either overcome it, and that removes one of this basically picks a random card from your deck, which could be like it could be a curse, it could be your best card or your worst card, and it just removes it. Or we could lose 3 HP and hold on and randomize this option. I think this is a fine card to lose, right? It's just a common. It's not one that we are relying on. And now we have to choose if we are trying to... Are we going to face this elite? There's a few really scary elites. If we face Entomancer, I don't know if we can beat him, right? Can we beat Entomancer? Maybe. Probably? I don't know. Entomancer, whenever you hit him with an attack, he puts dead cards in your deck that dazes. And let's actually look. Alright. Hive. So there's Entomancer. Bees. Infested Prism. He punishes you for playing a lot of skills, and we're mostly going to play good attacks against him. I think we should be able to beat Infested Prism and the Decimillipede. These are 3 enemies that regenerate after a while. I think all 3 of these would cost us a lot of HP. And the prize is that we would get a chance to get a random relic. There's also just the option to get a fight, get this one. I think that's probably going to make us stronger. I don't know. Because if we take this elite fight, we're going to 100% have to heal at the campfire. But that shouldn't be too bad, right? There's nothing that we really need to upgrade. Upgrading Alchemize would be fine, but it's just upgrading Gather Light would be fine. Nah, there's nothing that we need to upgrade. Royalties upgrades to 40 gold, I'm pretty sure. Alright, that was my alarm. We've actually been going for an hour and we're nowhere close to done. I really underestimated how long this run would take. I'm just gonna go with the elite. Decimillipede. Fine. Bundle of Joy. That has a high ceiling, right? The first attack or skill you play each turn is placed on top of your draw pile. That's pretty powerful. Ooh. Game block. I'm just gonna go with the Jack of all trades first. Uh-huh. What are we doing here? I think we're alchemizing first. Flex Potion. That should be insane with the Starfall. Stardust? Whatever. Alright, so this one deals damage and blocks at the same time. Can we afford to play the Nostalgia? I don't know. I think we just need to block. Alright, I'm just gonna do this and block. We're blocking for 19 here, which is fine. We've added a lot of interesting cards to our deck, so that's fine as well. Alright, we took 5 damage. Let's remove 2 strikes. And then... yeah, I think there's a chance that we actually need to use the Flex Potion with the Stardust in this fight, but we will see what happens. I'm going to spread the damage around a bit. We're gonna take a lot of damage this turn. Well, it is what it is. Ow. 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 I don't think we're dying here. Not for now, at least. Alright. How much damage is this? It's 12, 14. Alright, let's just keep on spreading the damage around, I guess. So the only thing we can do right now... well, I mean, we could draw cards. Is that good? Probably not. If we find a Kingly Kick, that's bad. Now I'm just gonna... and ow. 31 HP left. Alright, now we need to calculate. So... and we're weakened. Is that a problem? Shouldn't be, right? Alright. We're probably going to Kingly Kick this one first to kill it, and then we still have these two to contend with. If we deal 5 damage 16 times, so that's more than enough, right? Because this one takes 6 times, this one takes like 7 times. That's enough, right? 6 plus 7, yeah, that's less than 16. Alright. Cool. Regalite. Whenever you create a card, gain 2 block. That's pretty cool. We create some cards sometimes. Glow, that's also fine, but I think we still want more block. Summon Fort. Put Sovereign Blade from into your hand from any Warforged 11. That's... I don't think that's something that we need at this point. Alright. Hunter Killer. That's an interesting enemy. Alright. Well, we're just gonna do this and hope that we survive. We're definitely not 100% to survive. Alright, so we just got a Tender, which is a debuff. Whenever you play a card, lose 1 strength and 1 dexterity this turn. We haven't used the Unsettling Lamp yet, so Crush Under is going to drain his strength by 4. So my only real question is, are we using the Swift Potion this turn? Because if we're doing that, then we should do it now. We're not blocking for enough, we're not attacking for enough. He does 13 damage, and we block for... Right, we play this one first, then this, and then we block for 9. We take 4 damage. I think that's fine. And then we play this so that we take a 4 damage. We get a lot of stars, and that's a lot of damage. Alright, we use the Swift Potion first. Right, we have the Alchemize, so we can make another potion if we need to. There's Finesse, Gather Light. Honestly, do we block for enough? So every time we block, we lose 1 dexterity, so we have to think about that. So that's 11 plus 7, that's 18 plus 2, that's 20. He attacks for 21. Yeah, we block for enough, that's fine. And there's our Stardust. That's interesting. 3 times 11. There's no way that that's enough, right? But we could also just use our Flex Potion here. Is that enough? 8 times 11? Yeah, that's enough. Alright, let's just do that. I was kind of hoping for to be able to save that potion against the Insatiable, but this is just important, I think. Whenever you create a card, game for block. We don't consistently create cards. Begone Plus. Yeah, we already have Begone. I don't think we want the second one. Just for the energy investment, right? We like the ability to remove bad cards from our deck, but I don't think we need to. Reflect gains 16 block, which is powerful. Blocked attack damage is reflected to your attacker this turn. That's fine, but I don't think that makes our deck any better at this point. So, well, we're gonna skip. And we're gonna heal here. Only 54 HP. Well, alright. Let's regen, then alchemize. Star Potion, that could be the difference between winning and losing. Alright, let's just remove 2 cards. We have these 2 strikes, so that's one thing. He's going to buff himself, and he's going to add some things to our deck. Right, I don't think either of these potions are necessary right now. Right, so we got pulled towards him, and he's in a sand pit, and in 4 turns you will be eaten and die, and that means that if that happens, then this run just ends, right? I'm just gonna use the skill potion right now. It's free to play this turn, so let's just use the glitter stream. Boom, boom. And oh, I didn't. So frantic escape. You get 1 farther away. The sandpit thing is increased by 1, and it becomes more difficult to get away in the next time. So this one hits for 35. We could also use the star potion for 15 damage this turn. I don't think that's enough of a thing to make it worth it this turn. So, right, let's just do this. I don't think we need Kingly Kick this turn. Alright, let's just do this and then this. And then choose between frantic escape and hidden cache. Hidden cache makes it more easier to defeat this enemy, but frantic escape gives us more time to make sure that we don't accidentally get eaten. I think it's probably best to use the frantic escape right now. Sure. We get some damage, but that's fine. Use the falling star, finesse, bundle of joy. Prowess is great. Don't think we need equilibrium right now. Boom. Right, so let's get this out of our deck and get 2 more stars. We're not getting farther away this turn, but I don't think we're in a hurry to do that, right? Oh, Purity has retain now. Did it always have retain? I don't feel like it used to have retain. Well, right, let's just play our cards. We're already full blocking. It's fine. Right. We need to get further away. And we're not doing that yet. That could become a problem. Can we afford to play Shining Strike? I guess we still can, right? Sure. Just don't eat me. Alright, 1 more turn. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't have played Shining Strike. I don't know. I think we need to remove Shining Strike from our deck right now. We're getting some damage here. Well, we can't prevent that. Right, we need the frantic escapes in order to even survive, so let's do that. And get some more stars, right? These stars give us inevitability, so let's just do that. Alright, these frantic escapes are getting more expensive. We're not 100% to find either that one or have lethal next turn. I feel like we need to place frantic escape here, but that could also kill us. I don't know. This is kind of scary. I don't know what to do. Alright. We're going to be able to that's 15 times 7. I think I need to calculate that. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 70, that's 100 and... at least 105. Just a second. Alright. I think there's a decent chance that we need to use our star potion next turn. But we're either going to find our frantic escape or a stardust or a finesse. I don't think it's possible. Is it possible to get exactly these 5 cards? Yeah, it's possible. It's just not very likely. I'm just gonna go with Glitter Stream. There's a small risk here, but I don't think it's that big. Right, and now we need to make sure that we are actually winning this turn. So that's 17 times 8. I'm going to grab my calculator for a second, because I took the times 7. 17 times 8, that's 136. Right. I didn't have to use the star potion this turn, but that was kind of scary. 25 HP left. Alright, Void Form, end your turn. The first 2 cards you play each turn are free to play. I don't think this is great for us right now. Although, it's not bad. Maybe this is good. The thing is, yeah, I don't know. Bundle of Joy, we already have that. I don't think we need more. A foregone conclusion. Although, there are a lot of opportunities to gain something from cards created. Maybe we've passed like 3 Bundle of Joys. Maybe we could have had an insane deck using stuff like that. Anyway, foregone conclusion. Next turn, put 2 cards from your draw pile into your hand. No. Is Void Form something that we want? Honestly, I've never tried this card and I think it could be insane. I'm gonna try it. Alright, we're gonna face Queen at the end of this act, which is interesting. And there's Vaku. Alright, there's Whispering Earring, gain an energy at the start of each turn, but Vaku plays your first turn for you. I think we have some things that could just kill us, right? If he creates a card that kills us, I don't think that's acceptable. Add 2 random curses to your deck and 3 wishes. So wish, that could be very powerful. I just choose a card from your deck and put it in your hand. At the start of each combat, put a random power from your draw pile into your hand. It's free to play this combat. That's, you know what? That's very powerful. Oh, royalties is power. I didn't even know that. I'm gonna try that. Jeweled Mask. Because currently we're 50-50 to have that card be Void Form and to have it be insane. At some point we want 1 shop. We could take this shop at the end of the run, at the end of the act. Or this one pretty close to the end of the act. But then we have so much gold that we're not using. We also might want to have a campfire at some point. So we could go through here, this path, get some question marks, get this campfire, and then have a guaranteed elite. Yeah, I think that's the best path for us. Alright, there's Devoted Sculptor. Right, so Vaku gave us this Void Form. Oh, it starts off with end your turn, so we want to play this as the final card of our turn. Alright, we do this, and do we want to play Stardust? Sure. And we end our turn. We don't even need to click the end turn button. That's great. Alright, so he has Ritual 9, so every turn he gains 9 strength. Alright, so the first 2 cards we play each turn are free. Doesn't really matter which ones, right? All of these cost 1. Let's start off with this one. We have an energy potion. Then we do this. We do this. We do this, I guess, because why not? Alright, we didn't really deal him any damage this turn. Alright, I'm gonna start off with Bundle of Joy. And let's see if there's a card that would normally cost a lot. Shockwave would normally cost 2, and it's actually very good with Unsettling Lamp. I think this is our best option. Restlessness, retain. If your hand is empty, draw 2 cards. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright. This is pretty powerful. Let's start off with this, and then this, and then this. And then this. Crescent Spear is fine, it doesn't do all that much. I don't think we need any of these. Although it does cost 0 this turn. Yeah. So we could just go for the Glitter Stream. We don't need to. Crescent Spear is fine as well. Let's just go for the Crescent Spear. And our hand is not empty because we have an Ascender's Bane. Well, that's fine. Otherwise it would be. Alright. All of these are free to play. This turn. Yeah, I mean, let's just kill him. We got our 30 gold, that's fine. There's a Crescent Spear. I don't think a Crescent Spear actually makes our deck better, right? We have only 2 cards that cost stars, so Crescent Spear is actually pretty bad. Pillar of Creation. Whenever you create a card, gain 3 block. No, that's actually actively bad for us now. None of these do anything for us. Let's just go to the next room. 3 scrolls. These scrolls, whenever they hit you, you lose 2 max HP, which is something we need to think about. Ah, we lost the lottery. Well, that's fine. Well, let's just play it. It's free. And then we use Crush Under. So we are not really under any pressure this turn. No reason not to just play all of our cards. Sure. Well, not the best, but it's fine. Alright, let's see how we do. There's a Void Form. We might lose it this turn. We'll see. The Bomb. Panic Button makes us unable to gain block. Well, basically next turn, because this one for the next 2 turns. Now for 2 turns. So it starts this turn, and so this turn is 1 turn, and the next turn is the other turn. So that's something we could do. Just block for 30. They attack for 14, for 24. I think that's fine. Sure, let's just do that. Alright. Everything is free. Oh yeah, we cannot actually gain block. Oh no! Oh, that's actually a big problem. That's actually a big problem. Well, that's a shame. I don't think Energy Potion does anything for us. Let's just get a new potion. Gain 5 strength. Oh no. Now I'm sad. Which one is the most... No, I don't know. Yeah, this was bad. So we lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We lose 10 max HP this turn. That was bad luck. I think most of the draws that we would have had would have been good for us. Kingly Cake, this one is free to play this turn, so let's just play it for free. And play this one for free. I guess we charge. Glitter Stream, well, whatever. Well, you win some, you lose some, right? Astral Pulse, deal 8 damage to all enemies twice. That doesn't make our deck better. No. None of these make our deck better. Well. Yeah, so... I don't know, this or that. Arms suddenly jut out from a nearby hole, clutching a suspicious bag of riches and a clearly cursed relic. This or that, a scratchy voice whispers from below. This. Lose 6 HP, gain 68 gold. It's not 69, it's 68. Or that, act a clumsy to your deck and obtain a random relic. Clumsy isn't great, but it removes itself. And relics can be very good. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water. We've been going for a while. I don't know. I think we just need to do the clumsy. We're gonna get to a store at some point and be able to remove it. Sure. And our relic is Bag of Marbles, which applies 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Alright, Unsettling Lamp doesn't trigger on Bag of Marbles. You grab the cursed relic. As soon as you grasp it, shackles materialize on your wrist. You hear ghostly laughter and a bright plume of fire fills your vision. The hole and arms are gone. Proceed. We also need to relight our pumpkin candle. That's something we need to take care of. Oh, these constructs, they don't look that scary. Oh, our Bag of Marbles stripped an artifact charge from each of them. They don't look that scary, and they're kind of pushovers, except that they scale up very quickly. So that's something that we need to think about. Entropy. At the start of your turn, transform 1 card in your hand. That's pretty powerful. All of these are pretty powerful. I'm just gonna do this, and then... Do we want a skill from our drop pile? I don't think any of them really help us all that much. No, let's just gather some light. We don't really do that much this turn. We remove the clumsy, which is fine. Well, this fight can be a problem for us. Right, choose a card to transform. We transform a strike into Celestial Might. Deal 6 damage 3 times. That's fine. I'm actually a little bit scared here. Well, we'll see what happens. Choose a card to transform. I'm pretty sure that if we transform a curse, then it becomes another curse. So we don't want that. I'm just gonna transform the void form. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Dexterity potion, we definitely need to use that right now. I don't know. We are in real trouble here. It's possible that we've already lost. We got so far. Alright, we get to transform our charge, I guess. So we have a Stardust. We also have a Flex Potion. Maybe we just need to use those. Falling Star, does that do anything? There's a Crush under as well. I don't think I even want to calculate this. Well, we need to calculate. Because what if Stardust is already enough without the Flex Potion? That's the question. I don't think there's any chance. No, there's no chance. Right, we're just gonna do this, do this, do this. Right, that was enough. Yeah, I mean, we were on the verge of dying, so I don't think there was any chance of any option to do it any other way. I mean, we could have calculated, but I mean, I don't think we were even close to finishing the fight without that. There's Royal Gamble. I don't think we have enough card draw to justify this. No. Monologue We also don't have enough card draw for that. No. I think we need to skip. I mean, we don't have enough scaling, right? That's one of the problems that we currently have. Right, Bundle of Joy gives us a tiny bit of scaling, sometimes maybe. Monologue could give us scaling. Right? We play it and then we just play more cards and then we deal more damage. But it's only for this turn. I'm gonna skip. Alright. We need to survive one more fight. Then we have 2 campfires. We can heal at least once. We really want to reignite our pumpkin candle, but well, let's see if that's even a thing that we can do. Royalties, because it's free. And then we do this. Nostalgia. The first attack or skill you play each turn is placed on top of your draw pile. That's a thing. Secret Technique gives us one of our skills from our deck, which doesn't do that much. We could go for the Alchemize. I think we should use the Stardust here. And the only question is, do we want to do anything else? You know, let's actually do this and Venerate and Stardust. Right, so this turn they are vulnerable, so I think that's really the only thing we can do. Please don't kill me. I think they've killed me. Yeah, Restlessness, we can't actually empty our hand. So all we can do is do this and then this. Charge doesn't keep us alive this turn, so this is the most that we can do, and we are dead. We got so far, and yeah, we were missing scaling. That's something that happens to me a lot. Right, we had a lot of star generation with the Stardust, and I don't know, our deck wasn't consistent enough. Maybe we made some big mistakes along the way. Maybe we should have been more aggressive in using the pumpkin candle. I don't know. Anyway, this was a fun run. I hope you have enjoyed this look at Slay the Spire 2. I'm sure I'll be playing it more at some point on camera. Well, I don't know. I will see you on the next video. Probably Blueprints Bingo, but we will see. We are conquered. The lost and forgotten stole the Regent's will to live. Well, apparently. We killed 3 or more elites. We discovered the gas bomb enemy. That's a summon. Alright. Let me know how you feel about this format and about any other games that you would like to see. Right? Drop buckets, blueprints, maybe more Balatro, I don't know. Let me know and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.